Now, Count on 2, live and local in the Low Country. This is News 2 at 6.
A woman tells us she became sick after eating at a local restaurant. We'll tell you what that company has to say about her claims.
Plus, the revitalization of West Ashley, keeping that community growing. We are live at that meeting right now.
Good evening. I'm Brendan Clark.
I'm Carolyn Murray. Tonight, 2 Low Country women say food they consumed at a restaurant is responsible for them becoming sick.
The women say they visited the location of Church's Chicken on Meeting Street last Friday and were hospitalized soon after. News 2's Deanne Roberts is live at that location. And Deanne, the Department of Health and Environmental Control has inspected that restaurant.
Yeah, Brendan and Carolyn, this is the report that DHEC sent to me after completing that investigation. And after they completed it, they gave this Church's right here off of Meeting Street in downtown Charleston a B. Take a look. Here's video of some of the things that they included in this inspection. They reported roach sightings, food stored on the floor, ice machines in poor repair, pooled water, and particle buildup on kitchen floors, and more. 2 women attending the grand reopening of the downtown Church's says they found a roach in their food and suffered from nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which led them to the hospital. They want the restaurant to know this is unacceptable.
I feel violated. I work every day, I work really hard, and if I choose to eat out of a restaurant, I expect quality food.
It's just disgusting, and it's so sad. And you hear people say, you know, I don't eat Church's anyway, or, you know, but for the people that do eat it, they don't have to be subjected to this.
The good news is those 2 women are feeling much better. As for this Church's behind me in downtown Charleston, DHEC will complete a follow-up inspection by May 18th. The restaurant has until then to fix all violations. Reporting live in downtown Charleston, Deanne Roberts, Count on 2.
Okay, Deanne, we did just receive a statement from Church's Chicken saying in part, Church's Chicken works to maintain some of the highest standards of restaurant cleanliness and operations. Our corporate office just learned of the customer's complaints today, currently investigating. We have not been able to determine if the claim is truthful or accurate at this time.
Happening now, the West Ashley Revitalization Commission is meeting to present a list of implementation priorities from the master plan. Tonight, members will talk about a wide range of topics from economic development to drainage. News 2 Sophia Arizosa is live at that meeting, and Sophia, tonight the public is actually going to get a chance to weigh in.
Carolyn, tonight's meeting inside this building is focused on the future of West Ashley, and they want to hear from the people who live here. The top 2 priorities, green infrastructure and transportation. And city planners have their eyes on a former Piggly Wiggly site near Old Town Highway to make some of those improvements. They hope to make the road Sam Rittenberg a little safer by possibly widening it into that property. They hope to use the rest of the space to create either a park or a civic building to benefit the community.
This is the gateway to West Ashley. So when on the gateway, you want something that's going to be positive and vibrant there. It's your signature, is where your flagpole is. It's showing we are Charleston, we are West Ashley, and we want it to be something that spurs a lot of pride to the community, and that someone says, this is who we are, this is Charleston.
Demolition for the Piggly Wiggly site will take place within the next 2 weeks. No word yet on when the final decision of what to create in that space will be made. Reporting live in West Ashley, Sophia Arizosa, Count on 2.
Sophia, thank you. Next week is National Police Week, and leading up to the ceremonies at the nation's capital, the Low Country held a police memorial to remember those killed on the job. News 2's Mason McLeod was there and has a closer look.
Today at the memorial, they read off the names of 65 law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty in the Low Country. The earliest dated back to 1893.
As each name was read, the Charleston County Honor Guard placed a carnation on the memorial wreath. North Charleston Police Chief Reggie Burgess was the keynote speaker. He says these fallen officers displayed the definition of bravery.
These fallen officers valued justice above self-righteousness. They provided friendships to the friendless, and they enforced the laws equally at all times. You don't get any braver than that. You don't.
Chief Burgess also acknowledged the families, saying he appreciates their sacrifice. Macy McLeod, Count on 2.
A grand jury has indicted the suspect in connection to a downtown fire that happened in Holly Hill. Marvin Capers of Bono faces federal charges of arson. According to the Holly Hill Police Department, Capers will appear in court a week from today. That fire happened in January and damaged 3 commercial buildings. The cost of the damages are more than $1 million. We're told that no one was injured in the fire.
A Charleston restaurant owner faces assault and battery charges. According to a police report, a victim claims Sam Mustafa assaulted her in February behind a restaurant in downtown Charleston. The victim took an Uber to the hospital. She was told by hospital staff that she had a concussion, a broken tooth, along with bumps and bruises. Mustafa facing assault and battery 3rd degree. He is out on bond. It was back in 2013 he was facing a rape charge, but that was dropped because it could not be proved.
We now know the name of the Wando High School student who was killed tragically in a motorcycle accident on yesterday. 18-year-old Dermot O'Leary died when he swerved to avoid traffic and sideswiped a car. This happened on Highway 17 North. Police say that he was thrown off the motorcycle and that he died at the scene. This accident is still being under investigation tonight.
North Charleston police are searching for 2 attempted murder suspects tonight after a drive-by shooting. This happened just before 6 last night on Hunters Ridge Lane. A man shot in the chest, a woman shot in the leg. Witnesses told police they were walking when a dark-colored SUV, a Tahoe, drove by and someone in the back seat opened fire. Both victims were taken to the hospital. You're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 554-1111. You can remain anonymous if you have any information on this shooting. Prom night for some students may serve as a rite of passage, but Berkeley High School wants to ensure students remain safe. Each day, the school has been letting students understand the importance of making right decisions. Students are being shown what it looks like to drive impaired. They are also taking sobriety tests.
The main purpose is so the students understand the dangers of driving under the influence and that it's not a victimless crime and that there is ramifications and consequences for their actions.
Berkeley High School's prom will be held this Saturday at the Omar Shrine Center.
South Carolina lawmakers are making a last-minute push to pass legislation that requires SCADA and state-owned Santee Cooper to preserve equipment purchased for the failed VC Summer Nuclear Reactors project. Members of a Senate subcommittee voted in favor of a bill that would allow the utilities to recoup a portion of the $9 billion lost in construction to relieve ratepayers. Supporters of the bill say the state can recoup their highest return on investment if they sell the parts. A follow-up right now to a Count on 2 investigation nearly a year after a ransomware attack hit Dorchester District 2 schools. Officials are now outsourcing their technical support.
News 2's Dorchester County reporter Stetson Miller has more.
After Dorchester District 2 servers suffered a ransomware attack last summer, the district has now decided to outsource its tech department. DD2 officials say this will allow the district to be better prepared and enhance its cybersecurity.
Last summer, the DD2 Technology Center was attacked by ransomware, a type of computer virus that attacks system files and doesn't allow access to them until a sum of money is paid. 25 of the 65 district servers were affected and disabled, but no student or staff information was compromised. Since then, the district had an IT consulting firm do an assessment of its technology network. Assistant Superintendent Dr. Glenn Huggins says the assessment revealed that the district's technology was not up to date and that it was lacking in some areas.
It let us know that we truly weren't up to date with our technology and where we needed to be with best practices and current trends.
After the district got more information from the firm that conducted the assessment, Canty Tech Consulting, they reviewed it over the past several weeks. Then the district board made a decision.
At the current board meeting, they made the decision that we would enter into a contract with Canty.
He says the district believes it will better protect them from a potential future cyber attack.
Nothing is perfect in this world of technology, but we do believe that it can make us stronger.
Now the contract with that technology firm is expected to be finalized in the next week, and then they'll begin working for the district over the summer. In Dorchester County, Stetson Miller, Count on 2.
Happening tomorrow, the South Carolina Aquarium will be hosting a public sea turtle release. Coral and Regal will both return to the Atlantic Ocean to complete their journey home. After needing medical attention, both were rescued and have been recovering. This release takes place at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the Isle of Palms County Park. If you haven't been, I highly recommend it.
Next on News 2.
A victim of human trafficking speaks about getting trapped in the trade here in Charleston.
Hear her story, plus how victims are receiving help across the state.